I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In this video, we'll discuss change the subject of formula. I have taken 3 challenge questions based on this topic. Normally, in most of the videos and also in the books, we have very simple examples to deal with. These 3 questions will help you understand in greater details how do we change the subject in a given formula. The very first one is 1 over f equals to 1 over u plus 1 over v. Change the subject to v. It really means that we need to write down what is v equals to explicitly. That is what we need to figure out. In question 2, k is equals to s minus t over s plus 2t. Change the subject to t. That means t is equal to what? And in 3, y equals to x squared minus 6x minus 1. We need to change the subject to x. Okay, so we need to find what x is equal to. So these are the 3 questions. You can always pause the video, answer these questions. I will provide you with the solution soon. Well, remember one thing, that all my students are doing extremely well. You can also send me an email to join my classes. Have a look at our student Akshat, who recently scored highest marks in the class and was awarded.
The winner of this year's Certificate of Achievement Schulich Leader Award is anil.anilkhandelwal.
Great. Our student Akshat gets highest marks and the most prestigious Schulich Leader Award. You can be there. Join our summer classes and get ready for bright future. Let us now look into the solution of this particular question. Now, let us first discuss some basic techniques taking simple questions. Right? So here are simple examples. If you have a linear equation, for example, y equals to 2x minus 3, we could rearrange and find what could x be equal to. So we could rearrange this and write down this as y minus 3 equals to 2x, and then dividing by 2, this will give us x equals to half of y minus 3. So that becomes a formula in which now x is the subject. So we have basically changed the subject. You get the idea. Sometimes we may also write this as half y minus 3 over 2. Both are the same things. You get the idea. Now let us see, how do we change the subject for these 3 questions one by one. So let's take the very first one, which is 1 over f equals to 1 over u plus 1 over v. Can you change the subject to v? We'll now learn this strategy. Well, in case you want to learn from me, you can always send an email on the address given. Now, let us see how do we solve it in simple steps. We are given the question as 1 over f equals to 1 over u plus 1 over v. Since we want the subject to be v, let me take 1 over u on the other side. So we have 1 over f minus 1 over u equals to 1 over v. Now we can take a common denominator, which will be f times u, and you get u minus f in the numerator, which should be equal to 1 over v, correct? Now you can do the reciprocal of this. So v is equals to f times u over u minus f. So here is your solution, correct? So we have changed the subject to V, so that becomes explicit formula with V as the dependent variable on f and u. It is a very important formula which you normally see when we refer to the lenses. F being the focal length, u and v being the object and image distances. Now let's take up the next example. I hope this concept is clear, right? So you understand how do we do for a rational expression given in this fashion? Sum of reciprocals, basically. Now, in question number 2 also, we have a rational expression. Let us see how do we change the subject to t. We do see t in both numerator and denominator. Let's begin by writing the formula given. K is equal to s minus t over s plus 2t. We can cross multiply, so we get k times s plus 2t equals to s minus t. Now open the bracket. We get k times s plus 2 tk equals to s minus t. Now since we want to isolate t, let us put all the terms with t on left hand side. So we get 2tk plus t equals to s minus ks. I think now you can easily do it. Factoring t from the left hand side, we get what? We get 2k plus 1. And on the right side, you could factor s and you get 1 minus k. So t is basically equal to s times 1 minus k over 2k plus 1. Is that clear to you? So that becomes a method to deal with rational expressions, correct? Perfect. Now let's continue and see how do we solve the next question, which is basically a quadratic equation. We are given an equation which is y equals to x squared minus 6x minus 1. Well, you know many techniques to isolate variables in formulae. Can you apply your techniques and find the solution? That will be interesting, correct? Well, let me end this video at this particular stage and wait for your response. So we'll continue in part 2. I'd like you to submit your solutions. Perfect. How do we isolate x? So the question is isolate or change the subject to x this time. Perfect. So the indicated variable in this case is x. We will continue from here in part 2. Looking forward to your suggestions and solutions. We regularly teach students. We have individual and group classes. Topics considered are many. Some of them are listed here. We do follow the programs in Europe, America, and Canada. You can get prepared for any competitive exam like SAT and Olympiad. To join our courses, you can send an email on the address given. Enjoy learning and be successful. Thank you and have a great day.